Today I'm sharing 10 healthy eating hacks that are going to save you both time and money while keeping things super simple in the kitchen. My name is Dani Spies. I am a health, wellness, and weight loss coach, and my intention is to help you make healthy eating feel a little bit easier. Easier and fun and delicious and like something you look forward to. But first, I want to thank our amazing sponsors, LMNT. Now, LMNT is a delicious electrolyte drink mix that was specifically designed for people who enjoy living an active lifestyle and taking a less processed, more whole food approach to healthy eating. It contains a science-based balance of sodium, magnesium, and potassium that can help you to balance the electrolyte levels in your body, and I'm going to share more on them in just a bit. But for now, grab a cup of coffee or some tea and let's dive in. So tip number one, you want to shop with a plan and don't go to the grocery store hungry. What you don't want to do is just show up at the grocery store not knowing what you're looking for, meandering around the aisles, and then just grabbing whatever looks good, because this leaves you with a whole bunch of kind of random ingredients that you're not sure what you're doing with throughout the week. And so when you're tired and you're hungry and you're opening your fridge, it all just feels overwhelming, and this leads to a lot of waste. So instead, what you want to do is you want to shop with some intention, right? Clarity and intention. You want to have a little bit of a game plan before you get to the grocery store. So what this can look like is choosing a handful of head start ingredients that you want to have on hand throughout the week, things that you can build off of, and then also maybe choosing 2 to 4 actual recipes that you might want to experiment or make that week as well. This is going to ensure that once you get to the grocery store, you know what you need and you know what you're looking for. And that, of course, is going to save you both time and money. And also, side note, before you leave the house, make sure that you take a quick peek in your pantry, in your fridge, and your freezer, so you're also not double buying or repeat buying things that you may already have on hand. Tip number 2 is going to play directly off of tip number 1, and that is I want you to rethink meal prep. I know a lot of people can easily become overwhelmed when we think about meal prep because we're trying to make these perfectly balanced and finished meals that are ready to go waiting in the fridge. But instead of doing this, I want to encourage you to focus on ingredients instead of full meals, right? Choose a handful of head start ingredients that you can prepare and have ready to go that you can build off of throughout the week. Now, for myself, because I am presently really prioritizing both protein and fiber in my diet, for me, fresh vegetables and protein options are always at the top of my meal prep list. So I like to have a combination of prepped and ready to go raw vegetables as well as some cooked vegetables. So I always have my crudité. That's just a bin of chopped up, freshly prepared vegetables. We keep these raw in the fridge. And then I'll also do maybe some steamed green beans or some garlic broccoli as examples. And I make sure to have those in the fridge ready to go as well. As for proteins, the options are truly unlimited. I always love having hard-boiled eggs. I might do some shredded chicken. I might do some ground bison or some ground beef. Or maybe I'll do something like a turkey burger. Having these in the fridge ready to go is a game changer when it comes to building meals throughout the week. It can also be really helpful to prepare a bin of your favorite whole grains or some starchy vegetables. So things like quinoa, brown rice, and roasted sweet potatoes are also fantastic building blocks to create simple meals with throughout the week. Healthy eating hack number 3 that's going to save you time and money in the kitchen is commit to this very simple rule. I use what I have before I buy more. It's a mantra. I use what I have before I buy more. I am telling you, some of the best meals I have ever created came because I was committed to using what was in the fridge before I bought something new. So for instance, my broccoli stem soup, this was born from this rule. My cottage cheese and veggie casserole, my spaghetti squash with sauteed greens. All of these recipes came together because I was trying to use up what I had in the fridge instead of throwing it away and just buying something new. Plus, challenging yourself to use what you have in the fridge to create some simple meals is a fantastic way to become a better home cook, right? Because you're not so much depending on recipes, but you're giving yourself a little bit of self-trust and a little bit of play in the kitchen to see if you can't make something that tastes good enough using with what you have. And this is how we become better cooks. Tip number 4 is to lean on your freezer. The freezer is a fantastic way to save time and to save money, right? For instance, buying things like frozen fruits and frozen vegetables. These are usually picked in season and flash frozen, so you're getting a great high quality option, and often these options are less expensive than buying them fresh at the grocery store. Plus, having them in the freezer, they are going to last a lot longer. So if you're like the kind of person who loves some berries, but every time you buy a pint of raspberries, they're going bad before you get to eat them, perhaps buy some frozen berries. The same goes with some fresh vegetables, right? If you find you're buying these produce and you're not putting it to work, maybe buy some frozen produce. So this way, you know it's going to last longer and you have a little less pressure to use these things within a certain time window. Also, when you're at the grocery store, check out the freezer section and look for some either frozen Head Start ingredients or even full-blown meals that align with your dietary intentions that you can keep on hand for days when things just don't go as planned, or you just don't have the energy or desire to really cook. So for instance, I love keeping wild caught salmon fillets in the freezer. Our family is a big fan of these frozen vegetable dumplings. Those are from Trader Joe's. Right now I also have frozen turkey burgers and veggie burgers in the freezer. So these are all great examples of options that can keep you in alignment with your healthy eating intentions, right? Instead of, say, ordering takeout or defaulting to fast food. And also keep in mind the whole cook once, eat twice model, because this is when your freezer can really come in handy. Things like soups, chilies, egg sandwiches, chia pudding, all of these are fantastic options to pop in the freezer. Energy balls, right? If you're going to be making them, maybe make a double batch. This way you can put half of them in the freezer for later, for a night or a day when you just don't feel like cooking. Tip number 5, don't sleep on canned protein options. Now, protein is very important. We all know I'm trying to work on getting more protein in my diet for one, but a lot of times, obviously it takes time to cook, and more important, proteins can be very expensive. But leaning on canned options can be a great help, and I have found them to be absolutely delicious. So things like canned tuna, canned salmon, mackerel, sardines. I have to tell you, I even recently tried canned chicken, which I never in a million years would think that I would enjoy. And while it wouldn't be my first pick, I will tell you, it was a lot better than I thought it would be. And it was actually enjoyable. I made a little chicken salad with it. So having things like this on hand are key. Not only does it save you time because you don't have to cook or prepare them, but it's going to save you money because they're usually less expensive than the fresh options. And there's no risk, or at least a lot less of a risk, of them going bad because they last for so much longer. Now, lentils are another example of a really great high quality plant-based protein option, but I have found lentils to be even more expensive when you buy them canned or prepared. So this brings me to healthy eating hack number 6, but first let me just tell you a little bit more about today's sponsor. LMNT is a science-based zero sugar electrolyte drink mix designed to support hydration and a healthy lifestyle. Now, if you did not know, electrolytes are charged minerals that conduct electricity to power your nervous system. They also help to regulate hydration status by balancing the fluids both inside and outside of your cells. I believe that this is why I find drinking LMNT makes me feel so much more hydrated than when I'm just drinking regular plain water. Now, many people don't realize it, but symptoms like sleeplessness, headaches, muscle cramps, and fatigue can all be signs of electrolyte deficiencies. And I just know for myself, I just feel really great when I drink it, especially when it's like before, during, and or after a workout. They contain no artificial coloring and they come in so many delicious flavors. They have watermelon, orange, raspberry, mango chili, grapefruit, citrus salt, chocolate, and even unflavored. And right now, LMNT is offering everybody in the Clean and Delicious community 8 single serving packets for free with any purchase. So this way you get to try all of those flavors and you can decide for yourself which one you enjoy the most, although you might just like them all. So all you have to do is use this link. It's www.drinklmnt.com/Danny Spies. I'm going to leave that for you down in the description box below. Remember, you have to use that link. So it's www.drinklmnt.com/Danny Spies. Oh, and also keep in mind, they have a no questions asked refund for all orders. So if you're curious about it, you don't need to worry. If you buy it and you don't like it, you get your money back. So you really have nothing to lose. So healthy eating hack number 6, that's gonna save you both time and money, and that is to buy in bulk when it makes sense. So things like quinoa, oatmeal, lentil, nuts, seeds, all of these ingredients are usually less expensive when you buy them in bulk. So think about what you use, think about what some of your staples are, and then see if any of your local grocery stores offer these items in bulk, because that's a really easy way to save some money. Also, keep in mind, you can also consider a membership-based warehouse club. So something like a Costco or a BJ's, who sell a wide selection of quality brand name foods at lower prices. Tip number 7, you want to build an arsenal of what I call back pocket recipes. So these are recipes that you enjoy eating and that you can pull together with very little time and very little effort, right? Recipes you can make without thinking too much and without needing to follow a specific recipe. I would say everybody should have a baseline of at least 5 of these in their back pocket. So for me, a few of my go-to back pocket recipes include my morning protein pancake. I just love that meal. I eat it all the time. Any type of egg scramble, my slow cooker barbecue beef tips, my slow cooker shredded or barbecued chicken, and then I also love things like egg salad, chicken salad, and quesadillas. If you didn't already know, a quesadilla is like the perfect way to use whatever you have in your fridge, whether it's leftover vegetables or some type of protein. If you put it into a quesadilla, I have found it is always family friendly. Everybody loves them. They're super versatile. They take 5 minutes to make and you don't need a recipe. Really, the name of the game here is to have a handful of healthy, no-brainer recipes that you can lean on when you just do not have the mental space to think and you need to switch onto autopilot. Okay, healthy eating hack number 8. That's going to save you both time and money, and that is to skip the store-bought snacks and make your own. For starters, personally, I don't love keeping a ton of snacks in the house. I just find when I have a lot of snacks in the house, I tend to want to snack more. Maybe that's just a me thing. But when I do buy them, something I like to do is I keep them in our pantry, which for us is in the basement. This way, if the kids want them, they know where to find them, but they're also out of sight, out of mind, right? That is like a little side tip there. You know, if you're trying to eat better, try to put in your view the foods that you want to be eating and don't make the other foods so easy and accessible to get to. But in the name of saving some money, I also prefer to make my own healthy snacks, right? A lot of those healthy snacks at the grocery store, they are rather pricey, right? So making your own can definitely save you some money. So like perfect examples are no-bake energy balls, stovetop granola, banana oatmeal cookies. These are all fantastic options when you want like a little something sweet. You make it yourself, you have them on hand. If you wanted something savory, doing something like some roasted chickpeas or a homemade dip like a Greek yogurt blue cheese dressing, right? Having these on hand. Also, when that snack time comes, you've got options that are healthy and easy, but you didn't have to go and spend a ton of money at the grocery store. Tip number 9, buy what's on season and buy what's on sale. Now this may seem obvious, but seasonal ingredients have the best flavor, they have the highest nutrient density, and they usually come at the lowest cost. Plus, it's a really easy way to keep healthy eating feeling like fun and fresh, right? If you're looking for what's in season, that's going to change with the seasons, so you're always keeping something new and something fresh in the kitchen. Likewise, look for what's on sale, and this goes for everything, right? For meats, fish, things that are canned, things that are jarred, fresh produce, and anything that you're getting from the freezer section. If you see something that aligns with your eating intentions or something that is a staple of yours that you know that you like and it's on sale, take advantage of that because that's going to add up over time. Stock up on the things that you love when they're on sale and then you'll have them on hand. It's all of these simple little tweaks that can really make a big difference in the long run. And tip number 10 is to let things be simple. Now, listen to me. Nobody loves a big family style meal and trying new recipes more than I do. But it is not practical and it's not realistic to do that every single night of the week. So instead what I do is I try to pick 1 to 2 nights that I know the family is going to be together where we can have more time with mealtime where I can prepare something new, make a bigger meal. And then other than that, we keep things so simple. I mean, we're really just rotating the same 8 to 10 foods over and over and over again. And of course, these are foods that we enjoy and that we're able to build off of and make lots of simple meals with. I mean, you really don't need more than some good quality protein, your veggies, a great whole grain with some healthy fats to build a delicious plate. And sometimes we have to remind ourselves to just let it be simple. Let it be easy. Less is more. Again, this is why I am such a big fan of ingredient meal prep, right? It saves time, it saves money, and it makes it so easy to stay on track with your health, wellness, and or weight loss goals, right? So you don't need to always stress about fancy recipes, right? Simple whole foods are very delicious, they're very satisfying, and it's very doable. So there you have it. 10 healthy eating hacks that are going to save you both time and money while keeping your meals clean, simple, and delicious. Now, if you found this video to be helpful and you're working to build your own healthy eating habits, you're definitely going to want to check out my healthy meal prep video next, because in that video, I'm going to show you how to prepare 6 simple, delicious Head Start ingredients so that you can build flexible meals throughout the week. So check that out right over here. Cheers!